Let me ask you something. Have you ever ended a long, exhausting day and thought, I've been busy all day, but I've got nothing real to show for it? That quiet frustration, that feeling that your time is slipping away like sand through your fingers, is something so many of us deal with, silently. We tell ourselves we're going to wake up early, we're going to finally tackle our goals, but the emails, the notifications, the tiny fires of the day keep pulling us in all directions. And somewhere in that chaos, our dreams sit quietly on the shelf, waiting. Now imagine this. It's early morning. The world is quiet. You open your eyes, stretch, and for once, you're not reaching for your phone. Instead, your mind is clear. You know exactly what you want to accomplish today, and more importantly, you know why. That feeling, that calm certainty, is what Master Your Time is all about. Hello, I am Bharat, and welcome to Audiofybooks, where you will find excellent audio summaries of books in a very easy and interesting way. If you want to learn from new books, do subscribe to the channel. Let's get started with today's book. Time. It's the one thing we all have in equal measure, no matter who we are. Whether you're a billionaire or a college student, you wake up with 24 hours. What you do with those hours, though, that's where everything changes. Thibaut Meurisse doesn't just throw tips at you. He takes you on a journey to understand something deeper, that mastering time is really about mastering yourself, your emotions, your habits, your focus. He starts with the idea that we're not really managing time, we're managing our energy and attention. Think about it. If you have 5 hours, but you're exhausted, anxious, or distracted, those 5 hours are basically useless. But if you've got even just one focused, clear hour, you can move mountains. This is why the book doesn't open with calendars or planners. It starts with mindset. Because until you see time as your most precious currency, you'll keep spending it on things that give no return. Thibaut introduces a powerful question, one that's stuck with me ever since I read it. He asks, are you living intentionally, or are you just reacting? That question hits hard. So many of us are in reactive mode all day, responding to texts, hopping from one meeting to the next, saying yes to things out of guilt or habit. But what if you paused? What if you decided to design your day on purpose? One of the most relatable moments in the book is when he describes how easily we fall into the urgent trap. You know the one. The email that needs to be answered now. The favor someone needs from you today. These things feel important because they're loud and immediate, but often they don't move your life forward. Meanwhile, the quiet tasks, writing that book, building that side hustle, learning that new skill, get pushed aside because they're not urgent. Even though they're everything. To escape this trap, Thibaut offers something called the 80-20 focus. He asks you to identify the 20% of tasks that create 80% of your results. These are your power tasks, the ones that actually build your dream life. And once you know what those are, you start guarding your time like a hawk. You become less available, not out of arrogance, but out of clarity. You realize that every yes to a distraction is a no to your purpose. Now let's talk about procrastination. We all do it, but the book explains why in such a refreshing, honest way. It's not laziness. It's usually emotional discomfort. You procrastinate because the task in front of you feels hard, uncertain, or overwhelming. So your brain says, let's avoid this. Just check Instagram. Just clean the kitchen. The avoidance feels like relief, but it actually fuels stress long-term. To break this cycle, Thibaut doesn't ask you to feel motivated. He asks you to act despite discomfort. He calls it emotional discipline. That means acknowledging the discomfort and choosing to act anyway. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. And every time you follow through when it's hard, you teach your brain, I'm the kind of person who gets things done, even when I don't feel like it. Another game-changing insight is the power of structure. Freedom doesn't come from having no schedule. It comes from designing one that protects what matters most. Think of it like building a container for your energy. If you don't set boundaries, your time will leak everywhere. Social media, interruptions, mental clutter, they eat away at your day like termites. Thibaut suggests using time blocks, dedicated chunks of time for your highest value tasks. It's not just about doing more. It's about doing what matters consistently. Imagine starting your morning with a 90-minute focus block. No phone, just deep work. That alone can shift the trajectory of your entire day. He also emphasizes the morning routine, not as a trendy buzzword, but as a foundation. The way you start your day sets the tone. If you begin in chaos, the whole day feels rushed. But if you begin with clarity, journaling, reviewing your goals, maybe even meditating, you create calm momentum. It's like tuning an instrument before a concert. That small investment of time shapes everything. One of the most relatable parts of the book is when he talks about to-do list overwhelm. You know the feeling. You've got 14 things written down, and instead of being productive, you feel paralyzed. Thibaut's fix? Prioritize one meaningful task per day. He calls it your MIT, most important task. If you complete that one thing, the day is a win. It removes the pressure and lets you focus deeply instead of multitasking shallowly. He also dives into the concept of white space. That's the intentional space in your day for rest, reflection, or just breathing. We underestimate how powerful this is. Constant hustle leads to burnout. But if you give yourself mental breathing room, your creativity, energy, and focus all get stronger. Think of it like sharpening the saw. You can't keep cutting with a dull blade. And of course, we can't forget distractions. Thibaut doesn't just say, put your phone away. He explains why your environment has to support your focus. You can have the best intentions, but if your desk is cluttered, your phone is buzzing, and your tabs are open to YouTube, you're setting yourself up to fail. So he encourages setting up a focus ritual, a simple routine that signals to your brain it's time to go deep. That could mean clearing your desk, turning on a specific playlist, lighting a candle, anything that tells your mind, this is focus time. It's not about willpower. It's about design. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. By the end of the book, the message is clear. Mastering your time isn't about being a productivity robot. It's about living with intention, saying no more often, protecting your energy, doing fewer things better, and maybe most importantly, trusting that small, consistent progress compounds. Imagine a version of you, 6 months from now, who wakes up with purpose, who doesn't feel guilty at night because you actually moved closer to your goals. That version isn't some perfect productivity machine. It's just you, making better choices, 1 hour at a time. So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. You don't need more time. You need more clarity, more courage, and more commitment to what actually matters. And with that, thank you for listening to today's summary. If this helped you, don't forget to like the video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more book summaries like this. I'm Bharat, and this is Audiofybooks, where we make books come alive. Until next time, take care of your time, because it's taking care of your life.